It was a story of this Dominic, who's a detective and he's an ex-police officer. And I sensed one, I found one Woodhouseian sort of a story or an idea here. It was like reading a book for me. Somehow from the beginning I kept saying this will work for Mammootty sir, but they were not convinced, they were not sure if he'd grab something like that. And I kept watching sir's work over the past few years and very experimental stuff, Brahma Yugam and Nanpagal Nerathumayakam, Kadal and all that. So I really thought that it was just a gut feeling that he'd grab this, or he'd like it. So after I did Bazooka with him, where I acted alongside, as supporting actor and all that, where there was no discussion at all about my directorial stuff and what I've been doing. We were just actors on the sets, together. And I was looking up to him because it was sync sound, live sound, and he was telling us how to do it. So once all that was done, I sort of mustered up enough courage to contact, somebody very close to him in his team. And they set up a meeting immediately, and we narrated this. Also interesting was the first 10 minutes of the meeting, the writer and me, we were there, and I was trying to tell him, we were talking about other things, and I had already told my writer that let's not, if he asks what
the writer being Neeraj.
Dr. Neeraj,
okay,
yeah.
Right.
If sir asks what the idea is, let's not tell him the idea. We'll just straight away jump into the narration and give him the story as. But sure enough, he asked what the idea is, and I said, sir, just hear the story out. I don't want to give you an idea. No, he said, tell me what the idea is. So I said, investigation. He said, no, Gautham, Kerala is full of these investigation stories, and I've also done a lot these days. So no need, if it's an investigation story.
I think Kannur Squad, there's a bunch of them,
and
right?
many other films also from other
like even
actors,
this year,
right?
there've been quite a few. Yeah.
So let's not do investigation. I know you like these police procedurals and stuff like that, but if there's anything else, you let me know. Meeting was over in 10 minutes. And I was like, okay, and some general conversation was happening, but I didn't want to. Somewhere I kept thinking that if he hears it, he will like it. So I said, sir, we've come. You listen to it. If you don't like it, then obviously I'll pitch something else to you. I'm really keen to work with you. Okay, let's listen to it, he said. And then in half an hour, I realized that sir was kind of hooked. He kept asking questions. He talked about the story. Oh, where does that? Oh, then why this and all that? And by the end, he said, yes, I like it. We'll do this, he said. That's all. Who will produce it and all? I suggested a few things and all that. So I stepped out of the meeting and asked, Mr. George, who's very, who's sort of been with the Mammootty sir for ages and all. So he said, if sir said he likes it, does he really mean it? He said, inge like it and sonna like it da, odane sir pannuvaru. Neenga wait panni parunga, he said. Next day, I'd come back to Chennai. Next day, I got a phone call from him saying, come back, I want to start shoot immediately and we'll produce the film, he said.
Nice.
So that's how Dominic began.